Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will step into the world of 1984 by George Orwell. 1984, written by George Orwell and published in 1949, is a dystopian novel that explores the dangers of totalitarianism and extreme political ideology. Set in a bleak future where the world is governed by omnipresent surveillance, propaganda, and authoritarian control, the story follows Winston Smith, a member of the party, as he grapples with the oppressive regime of Oceania and seeks truth in a world built on lies. Plot summary. Under the iron fist of Big Brother, the city of Airstrip 1, formerly known as London, lies in the heart of Oceania, a sprawling superstate where freedom and individuality are obliterated. The Ministry of Truth, a towering monolith of white concrete, stands as a testament to the party's omnipotence, shaping history and fact to suit its needs. It is here that Winston Smith toils away, altering records to ensure that the party is never wrong, even as he silently rebels within the confines of his mind. On a cold April day, Winston begins a forbidden act. He opens a diary. Hidden in the alcove of his dingy apartment, just out of the telescreen's watchful eye, he pens the words that could spell his doom. The party does not tolerate individual thought, labeling it thought crime. Yet Winston writes, driven by an ache for truth and a memory of a time before the party's suffocating grip. Winston's days are filled with monotonous labor at the ministry, where he revises past news to align with the party's current lies. At intervals, the 2 Minutes Hate rallies his colleagues into frenzies of fury against Emmanuel Goldstein, the party's supposed traitor and symbol of rebellion. Yet, amidst the hatred, Winston feels an inexplicable connection to O'Brien, an imposing figure in the inner party who seems to share Winston's dissent. A chance encounter alters the course of Winston's bleak existence. Julia, a fellow worker clad in the red sash of the Junior Anti-Sex League, slips him a note bearing 3 simple words, "I love you." Initially distrustful, Winston is captivated by her audacity. The pair begin a perilous affair, meeting in secret corners of the city where the party's gaze cannot reach. In Julia, Winston finds a kindred spirit, someone who loathes the party but rebels through personal defiance rather than ideology. Their sanctuary becomes a rented room above a dusty antique shop owned by a kindly old man named Mr. Charrington. The space, devoid of telescreens, offers a fleeting illusion of freedom. They speak openly, laugh, and dream of a life without the party. But the specter of surveillance looms large, and Winston knows their respite cannot last. Driven by a desperate hope for change, Winston and Julia place their trust in O'Brien. He welcomes them into his luxurious apartment and speaks of the Brotherhood, a covert resistance movement led by the elusive Goldstein. O'Brien initiates them into what seems to be a rebellion, providing them with Goldstein's forbidden book. As Winston reads its pages, he uncovers the mechanisms of the party's dominance: perpetual war, manipulation of the past, and the obliteration of truth. But the illusion shatters. The sanctuary above the shop is no refuge, it is a trap. The old man, Mr. Charrington, is revealed as a member of the thought police. Julia and Winston are seized and separated, their rebellion crushed beneath the weight of the party's machinery. In the Ministry of Love, Winston faces O'Brien, no longer a potential ally but his tormentor. Here, the party's true nature reveals itself. Through relentless interrogation, O'Brien dismantles Winston's resistance, using pain and fear to force compliance. The purpose of power, O'Brien declares, is power itself, and the party wields it without mercy. Winston endures unspeakable suffering, yet clings to a shred of defiance, his love for Julia. But even this is stripped from him. In room 101, the culmination of his torment, Winston confronts his deepest fear: rats. Faced with the unbearable, he betrays Julia, begging the party to subject her to the horror instead. When Winston emerges, he is a shadow of his former self. Freed into the world, he is a broken man, his will crushed and his thoughts enslaved. He sees Julia again, but the bond they once shared is severed. Each confesses their betrayal, their love reduced to ash. Sitting in the Chestnut Tree Cafe, Winston contemplates the party's triumph. He has become its loyal servant, his dissent eradicated. When news of a victory against Eurasia blares from the telescreen, Winston feels a surge of genuine pride. He gazes at a poster of Big Brother and is overcome with adoration. The last vestige of his humanity is gone. In the end, Winston loves Big Brother. If you loved this, don't stop here. Check out other books by George Orwell. You'll find them below or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in George Orwell's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.